Looking for a greater scoring return from their talented inside forward line of Tierney, Munnelly and Kingston. David Coldrick from Meath in charge at the whistle this evening. Well, a great rivalry between Kildare and Laois down through the years. Laois in the Leinster semi-finals for the 7th year in a row. Kildare in the last 4 for the first time since 2005. And a late change on the Laois team with the call-up of Billy Sheehan. The mind games continuing right to the off. Here's Torrey Clancy. Goes without saying that duel with Dermot Earley in the centre of midfield will be pivotal to the outcome of this contest. And Earley, with a late challenge, earns a free for Laois, who are starting very positively here. Ross Munnelly's ball in, and a free in is awarded. And a chance for Laois to draw first blood here at O'Connor Park in Tullamore. And he pops it over the bar. The first score of the game goes the way of Laois. Well, that's the kind of start they would have hoped for. And Laois doing well in and around the middle in the early stages of this game. Here's Billy Sheehan. Has support from Bruno McCormick. Oh, that would be a terrific score if he lands it. Oh, that's an inspirational score for Laois from Bruno McCormick. They are off to a flyer of a start here in Tullamore. Fed by Billy Sheehan off the outside of the left boot over the bar. Brilliant score. Broken down by Torrey Clancy, but it breaks in favour of Kildare. And it's Morgan O'Flaherty who's on the burst. Angle ball across field. Now here's a chance. A chance of a goal. It is a goal! Brilliantly finished by Alan Smith to the back of the net. He has scored in each of Kildare's championship games to date, and he made no mistake. Kieran McGeady punches the air. Mikey Conway feeding it to Morgan O'Flaherty. Terrific angle ball. And Smith, well, he was composure personified, and he rifled it into the roof of the net. Here's Torrey Clancy outside of the right boot. That's a fine point from Torrey Clancy. A goal and 3 points against Louth the last day. And he has registered his first score of the evening. For Morgan O'Flaherty, acres of room. Under no pressure, Billy Sheehan just standing off him. Ball down the line. Looking for Roland Sweeney, and Sweeney off his right boot. As he hit the mark, he has. That's a fine score. Really well taken score. Plenty of curl on it, picking up possession and driving away from Darren Rooney. And he picked off his point with some aplomb. And once again they rise, and it's batted down by Dermot Early. Very fine player, as he's proving once again here this evening. Now John Doyle. Doyle trying to get the better of Cathal Ryan. So Johnny Doyle trying to create the space to get in the shot. He lays it off to Roland Sweeney. Kildare trying to create the space to get in the shot, and in the end they do. And they've landed the score. And it's their talisman, Dermot Early, who edges them in front here. The ball popped back and popped over the bar brilliantly by Dermot Early. And this is Pádraig O'Neill with acres of room to run into. Plenty of time to get his shot away. And off the upright. Right break here for Kildare. And it's with Alan Smith. Lays it back to Kavanagh. And Kavanagh left-footed and over the bar. Great score for Kildare. And it's James Kavanagh, 1-3 the last day. And a brilliantly taken score. With the Laois marking very loose. A shot off the upright from Pádraig O'Neill. And Smith reacted very quickly, fed it back to James Kavanagh. And he just swept it over the bar. And Johnny Doyle coming very deep. Feeds it out left to Mikey Conway, who's in oceans of room. Skips away from Darren Rooney. And now an angle ball with the outside of the boot. Clever play from Kildare. Will there be an end product? It's with Eamon Callaghan off his right boot this time. And it's in and over the bar. Excellent score from Eamon Callaghan. All the Kildare followers, the Lily Whites, are enjoying this. He took his time, bided his time, and off his right boot over the bar. angle ball, looking for Johnny Doyle to latch onto it. Doyle trying to get away from Cathal Ryan off his right boot from Johnny Doyle and over the bar. Good start to the second half for the Lily Whites and for John Doyle. His third point of the game and his first from play, away from Cathal Ryan onto his right and over the bar. They're leading 111 to 6 points, and they're on the attack once again. Brian Flanagan's ball dropping around the 20-metre line, and the angle ball in, chance of a goal here for Johnny Doyle. He tees it up and in the back of the net, and Kildare have their second goal, and it's scored by James Kavanagh. Well, it's hard to see Laois coming back from this. Well worked. Alan Smith latching onto it here, spotting Johnny Doyle in acres of room, and really it was an easy goal in the end for James Kavanagh. Well, the Kildare fans are really enjoying this at the moment. And it's Emmett Bolton who's surging forward. Brian Flanagan had continued his run, and James Kavanagh is in acres of room here, plenty of time to pick off his point, and it's tipped over in the end. Well, Kildare are absolutely on fire at the moment. Paul Grimley and Ciarán McGeeney deep in conversation in the Kildare dugout. Corey Clancy tossing that one downfield. Now perhaps a chance for something here. It's Ross Munnelly through on goal. Oh, terrific block, and Munnelly is denied a near certain goal. Well, they just don't give up. And as Mikey Conway, who made the block, Munnelly through on goal. But after all of that, it is a 45 to be taken by MJ Tierney. High hanging one. Again trying to manufacture a goal. And look who's back there on the goal line. You know who. Dermot Early. Well, in the end, Kildare haven't managed to work it clear, and Laois coming looking for something here. And again another block going in. But it really is all bodies on the line as far as Kildare are concerned. And in the end, Laois go for the point. And it sails over the bar. And Dermot Early and co really playing right to the end. Ger Redden with the point. Ball laid back, and he went for goal on the centre half back, showing the forwards really how it's done. Kick out comes from Tom Corley. Oh, and Laois have popped it up once again. Kavanagh onto it. That's the pour from Pádraig O'Neill. O'Neill bearing down on goal. O'Neill with a chance of a point. O'Neill gets his point. Well, they're absolutely flying it, just tearing through. Possession turned over, O'Neill latching onto it, got the return from James Kavanagh, and he was away, and he had one thing on his mind, and he got his point in the end. Noel Donnelly. And again, it's not a wasted pass. Wayward really, and it's mopped up by Brian Flanagan, and now Dermot Early is onto it. He's had another fine game. Acres of room here now for James Kavanagh, and Laois could be in real trouble. They're outnumbered. It's Kavanagh, chance of a goal. It's a miss in the end, off the woodwork. Well, they had a real numerical advantage here. And Kildare with Carl Ennis. Now John Doyle, great catch by John Doyle, trying to get away from his man, and he was held back. And Doyle wins a free for his side. Great leap from John Doyle, and earns the free of Cathal Ryan. And he's been deadly accurate in terms of his free taking, and Doyle, right-footed, just chips it over the bar, and it's another point for Kildare. And the full-time whistle sounds at O'Connor Park in Tullamore. And Kildare looked a little shaky early on, but Alan Smith's goal after 9 minutes settled them down. They eventually got on top in and around the midfield area and pulled away to win very, very comfortably in the end. Kildare heading for the Leinster football final on the 12th of July. An emphatic win for Ciarán McGeeney's Kildare. Kildare 2 goals and 18 points. Laois 9 points.
The goal our lads didn't respond to it. Normally when a team gets a goal against you, sometimes you make an attack and get a score, but Kildare actually were the ones who built on their own goal there tonight, and You know, so it's something we're going to have to look at, but disappointed.
We were sluggish at the start, but we're lucky in a couple of instances too. We got goals at the right time and we're able to sort of get the run of them. And even at the beginning of the second half, you probably got 1 or 2 scores that sort of dampen things down for them. But at least, we are a good team and a strong team sort of coming forward, and we were just able to get the tackles in before they built momentum. So happy enough with that.
Kevin, he's every reason to be happy, but a bit like the Dubs, was it too easy a game going into the final?
Well, not quite as easy as the Dublin one. Now, there was they got a bit of a test for the opening quarter, maybe even into the opening half, but they reacted brilliantly to the Laois lead. Got a bit of a break with the Smith goal. The pass there, the shot for a point that landed in his paws, and great finish. I thought they were very impressive. They've built on what we've seen now in the league and the early rounds of the championship, and incrementally they're getting better.